Fact of the day.
Fact of the day.
Hello, hi, and welcome to Fact of the Day with me, Mark Lotsu. Immaturity lasts twice as long as it did in the 1950s. So I was going to start with the simulated fart sound or some other silly noise, but I thought there probably just isn't any need for that. So this is based on work by Professor Laurence Steinberg. So let's put it into context. During your early years, there's a lot of brain plasticity, which means that your brain is very receptive to being changed, being malleable. And this is why, as kids are growing up, people say, oh, you've got to play them Beethoven and show them Picasso pictures. You've got to take them outside, do lots of interesting activities with them, because the brain slowly changes and absorbs all this new information and develops. But according to Professor Steinberg, what isn't known is that there's a second spurt of brain plasticity around the age of adolescence. And again, the brain is much more receptive to any changes in the environment. Now, from an evolutionary point of view, it makes sense because when you hit puberty, you then need to learn the skills you need in order to become an adult. And adolescence is the period of time between hitting puberty and becoming a stable, independent adult. And I know that there's an argument that some people still haven't become a stable, independent adult. So in some animal species, as soon as they hit puberty, boom, the little ones are just kicked out. You go do yourself, go work out for yourself, go live in the world. And then if you make it to become a stable, independent adult, yay! If you don't, but you're going to learn the life skills you need out there. In other species, the parents are like, listen, stay with us, we'll teach you the life skills. Then when you become a stable, independent adult, you can then go off and live your life that you want. And that's what humans do. The second. Now, according to Professor Steinberg, adolescence, time between puberty and becoming a stable adult, is 3 times as long as it was in the 19th century and twice as long as it was in the 1950s. So he says that children in the Western world are hitting puberty at a much earlier age, and adolescence is running from 10 years old all the way through to 25 years old. Obviously, this varies from child to child. Some kids are very, very mature. Some adults are extremely immature. So he attributes this to various factors. First, obesity. Overweight children are going through puberty at a much earlier age than children who are not overweight. Second, chemicals. Endocrine disrupting chemicals are affecting how the hormones are released and develop in our body. And they're found in food, cosmetics, plastics, and pesticides. And they're all affecting the hormonal growth of our children. And third, light exposure. It was recently found that children who grow up near the equator go through puberty at a much earlier age than children who grow up near the poles. And there's also arguments for light from smartphones and tablets, especially blue light, can affect the melatonin system in our brain and cause early onset of puberty. So if you want to delay puberty in your children, make sure they're not overweight, not exposed to any chemicals, and take away their smartphones and tablets. Easy, but the real point is having a better understanding of children's behaviour, and that there's still a huge influence the environment can have on them as teenagers. That is, immaturity lasts twice as long as in the 1950s. Thanks for watching. Love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye.